Welcome to Coins History. We're diving into the rarest, most valuable Lincoln Wheat Pennies with the S mint mark, the kind of pennies that could make you a small fortune if you find one hidden in your collection. These coins are so rare that even the most seasoned collectors are willing to pay thousands just to add them to their vault. Don't miss out, your next treasure could be sitting in your pocket right now. Thanks for watching with love. Don't forget to subscribe to Coins History for more jaw-dropping coin discoveries. Top 1. Picture this for a moment. A single copper penny. Small, quiet, overlooked by almost everyone. It sits in history without making noise, without demanding attention. But hidden inside this tiny coin is a level of power that few people truly understand. A level of value that turns curiosity into obsession and turns collectors into hunters. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most aggressively searched, most desired, and most greed-driven coins in the United States of America. The Lincoln Wheat Penny from 1958 with the D mint mark, from a proof set, an actual coin that has reached legendary status. This is not just a coin story. This is a desire story. This is about rarity meeting perfection, and perfection meeting money. The Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of the most emotionally powerful coins ever created in American history. When it was first released, it symbolized respect, legacy, and national pride. Millions were made, yes, but almost all of them lived hard lives. They were spent, scratched, worn, dropped, and forgotten. Time was not kind to most wheat pennies. That is exactly why the few that survived in extraordinary condition have become monsters in the collector world. Now focus on the year 1958. This was the final breath of the wheat penny design. The end of an era. The very last year before the reverse design changed forever. Collectors are obsessed with last year coins, because they represent closure, history, and finality. And when a coin carries that kind of symbolism, demand rises instantly. Add the D mint mark from Denver, and now the pressure builds. Denver mint coins already attract attention. But this is where the story becomes dangerous for your imagination. This specific coin comes from a proof set. Proof coins are not normal coins. They are not made for pockets or cash registers. They are struck with precision, care, and intention. Polished dies. Special preparation. Incredible detail. Mirror-like fields. Razor-sharp design. When a Lincoln Wheat Penny from 1958 with a D mint mark appears in proof quality, collectors do not hesitate. They lean forward. They compete. They fight. This coin is pure greed fuel. Every detail matters. Lincoln's face appears stronger, sharper, more alive. The wheat stalks on the reverse stand tall, bold, and perfectly defined. The surfaces glow. The strike is clean. The eye appeal is hypnotic. This is not something you glance at and move on. This is something that locks your attention, and here is the truth that drives the market wild. Very few of these exist in true proof condition. Scarcity is everything. When collectors know that only a tiny number survived untouched by circulation, untouched by time, value explodes. In the United States, searches for rare Lincoln Wheat Penny, valuable penny worth money, proof penny value, rare U.S. coins, and Lincoln cent investment never stop. People want to know if the coin they hold could be the one. The dream of turning a simple penny into a fortune is irresistible. Auction houses love coins like this. Investors chase coins like this. Elite collectors build their reputation around owning coins like this. This is not a filler coin. This is a centerpiece coin. A headline coin. A coin that defines a collection and separates serious collectors from casual ones. What makes this penny even more aggressive in value is its story. The last wheat penny year. A Denver mint mark. Proof quality. Extreme rarity. High demand. Perfect timing. Every box is checked. When all these elements collide, the result is not just high value. The result is explosive desire. Imagine the silence in a room when this coin appears. Imagine bidders watching the number climb. Imagine someone knowing that if they hesitate, they lose it forever. Coins like this do not come back often. Miss it once, and it may disappear for years. This penny is not about copper. It is not about size. It is about status. Ownership of something so rare gives power. It gives pride. It gives security. That is why collectors call coins like this sleeping giants. Quiet, patient, and deadly valuable, people spend years searching through collections, estate sales, old proof sets, hoping to find something close. Most never do. But hope keeps the hunt alive. Because history has proven again and again that miracles in coin collecting are real. That if you ever see a 1958 Lincoln Wheat Penny with a D mint mark, never ignore it. Look deeper. Condition changes everything. Proof quality changes lives, and now, the number that makes hearts race. The reason this coin is whispered about across the United States. In top proof condition, from actual proof sets, this Lincoln Wheat Penny has reached values between $75,000 and $112,000. Thanks for watching. If you love rare coins, valuable pennies, and hidden American treasures, please like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you never miss the next powerful coin story. Your support means everything. Thanks again, and see you in the next video. Top 2. Think about this for a moment. What if the smallest coin you have ever ignored, the 1-cent piece that people toss aside every day, was secretly one of the most powerful pieces of money ever created in the United States of America? What if a single penny, small enough to disappear between your fingers, could carry a value so shocking that it leaves even experienced collectors speechless? Today's story is not just about a coin. It is about rarity, mystery, greed, and the unstoppable desire to find hidden wealth where nobody else is looking. Across the United States, millions of people have handled Lincoln Wheat Pennies without ever realizing what they were touching. These coins passed through grocery stores, gas stations, banks, school lunch lines, and family hands for decades. Most were spent, worn down, scratched, and forgotten. But deep inside that massive ocean of ordinary cents, there exists a tiny group of extraordinary survivors. And among them, the 1957 D mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny stands as one of the most talked about, most hunted, and most valuable wheat pennies ever discussed. The Lincoln Wheat Penny is already legendary. Introduced in honor of President Abraham Lincoln, it became a symbol of American strength, unity, and everyday commerce. For nearly 50 years, this design carried the economy through wars, booms, and cultural change. By the time 1957 arrived, the wheat penny was nearing the end of its historic journey. That alone makes coins from this period incredibly desirable. But the Denver Mint issue from this year carries a reputation that goes far beyond age alone. What makes this coin so dangerous to ignore is the condition and origin that collectors whisper about. This is not a penny that survived heavy circulation. This is a coin that appears almost untouched by time. The surfaces shine. The details are razor sharp. Lincoln's portrait looks bold and alive, with every strand of hair clearly defined. The wheat stalks on the reverse appear full, strong, and perfectly struck. There is a depth and presence to this coin that immediately separates it from ordinary examples. Collectors often say that when you see a truly rare coin, you feel it instantly. This 1957 D mint mark wheat penny carries that feeling. It stops people in their tracks. It raises questions. How did a Denver Mint coin achieve such proof-like perfection? Why does it exist in a condition that defies expectation? And how many more could still be hiding, waiting to be discovered in forgotten collections across America? This is where greed enters the story. The kind of greed that drives collectors to search through thousands of coins late into the night. The kind of greed that fuels auctions, bidding wars, and private sales behind closed doors. The U.S. coin market thrives on rarity, and nothing creates desire faster than a coin that challenges what people think they know. The 1957 D wheat penny does exactly that. People often underestimate pennies because they feel common and low in value. That is the biggest mistake anyone can make. Rare pennies have changed lives. They have paid off debts. They have funded homes, businesses, and futures. And the Lincoln Wheat Penny series has produced some of the most explosive price results in American numismatic history. This specific coin has become a magnet for attention online. Searches for rare Lincoln Wheat Pennies, valuable pennies, and high-worth U.S. coins continue to rise every year. Collectors, investors, and everyday people are all chasing the same dream. To find something small that turns out to be monumental, the mystery surrounding proof-level quality from non-traditional sources only adds fuel to the fire. In the world of rare coins, mystery equals money. The less common the story, the higher the demand. When collectors believe they are looking at something that should not exist, desire multiplies instantly. Imagine opening an old box passed down from a grandparent. Imagine rolling pennies onto a table and suddenly noticing one coin that looks different. Brighter. Sharper. More alive. That moment is what drives the entire coin collecting world. And the 1957 D Mint Mark Wheat Penny represents that exact moment of discovery. This coin is not just copper. It is history locked in metal. It is a reminder that America's most valuable treasures are not always gold bars or stacks of cash. Sometimes they are the smallest pieces of change hiding in plain sight. Serious collectors know that coins like this are not measured only in metal, but in demand, scarcity, and condition. When those elements collide, values explode. Auction houses pay attention. Grading services get involved. Investors step in. And suddenly, a penny becomes a headline that if you are watching this video, there is a reason. Something about rare coins pulls you in. Maybe you already collect. Maybe you are curious. Or maybe you are wondering if you should check your own pennies right now. That curiosity is powerful, and the Lincoln Wheat Penny has fueled it for generations. The 1957 D Mint mark stands as a warning to never underestimate small things. It proves that value is not always obvious. And it reminds us that fortune often favors the patient, the observant, and the persistent. Now, after all the mystery, the greed, the history, and the desire, here is the number that has made this coin one of the most talked about pennies in the United States. The value associated with this rare 1957 D Mint Mark Lincoln Wheat Penny has reached between $75,000 and $114,000. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more rare U.S. coin stories, valuable penny discoveries, and hidden money secrets. Turn on notifications so you never miss an upload, and keep checking your change because you never know what treasure you might already own. Top 3. There are moments in American history when something incredibly small ends up carrying an unbelievably large story. Today's story begins with a single penny. A coin so familiar that most people would never give it a second glance. Yet this 1-cent coin has become one of the most talked about, most searched, and most desired rare coins in the United States of America. We are talking about the legendary 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark, an actual coin connected to proof quality striking that has ignited intense greed and fascination across the coin collecting world. Every American has seen a Lincoln Wheat Penny at some point in their life. They've appeared in old jars, dusty drawers, inherited collections, and forgotten boxes tucked away in closets. But what very few people understand is that some of these pennies are not just collectibles. They are financial powerhouses hiding in plain sight. The 1953 no-mint Mark Wheat Penny is one of those coins that has completely rewritten what people think a penny can be worth. The year 1953 sits in a powerful position in U.S. history. The nation was rebuilding, growing, and stepping into a new era of confidence. The Philadelphia Mint, which produced coins without mint marks, was striking pennies with exceptional craftsmanship during this time. While millions were made for everyday use, a very limited number were struck with extraordinary care, precision, and quality that separates them from all ordinary circulation coins. This is where the obsession begins. The proof-level quality associated with certain 1953 no-mint Mark Wheat pennies is what sends collectors into a frenzy. These coins display deep mirror-like fields, crisp devices, and sharp details that look almost unreal. Abraham Lincoln's portrait appears bold and sculpted, with remarkable clarity in the hair, cheek, and jawline. The wheat ears on the reverse are strong, full, and perfectly defined, creating a visual impact that immediately commands attention. Collectors often say that proof-quality coins don't just shine, they glow. And that glow is what turns curiosity into greed. When a collector sees a penny that looks like it was never meant for circulation, questions begin to form. How did this coin survive in such condition? Why does it look so different from the others? And most importantly, what is it worth? The Lincoln Wheat Penny series is already one of the most heavily searched and collected coin series in the United States. Keywords like rare wheat penny, valuable Lincoln cent, old penny worth money, and rare U.S. coins dominate online searches every single day. The 1953 no-mint mark wheat penny has quietly climbed into elite territory, becoming a dream target for both seasoned collectors and everyday people hoping to strike it big. What makes this coin even more desirable is the combination of age, condition, and mystery. Proof-quality coins from this era are not something you casually stumble upon. When one appears, it immediately draws attention from professional graders, auction houses, and high-end investors. The competition surrounding these coins is intense, and when one surfaces, it rarely stays quiet for long. This penny represents the perfect storm of rarity and demand. It is old enough to be historic, scarce enough to be powerful, and visually stunning enough to stop people mid-sentence. The idea that a simple copper coin could outperform traditional investments shocks people every time they hear it. Yet again and again, rare Lincoln Wheat pennies prove that value is not determined by size. Across America, people are now rechecking old proof sets, inherited coin albums, and forgotten collections. Stories circulate about incredible finds discovered years after being ignored. That sense of possibility is what fuels the greed, the excitement, and the relentless searching. Because if one person found a rare 1953 wheat penny, someone else could too. The beauty of this coin lies in its deception. It looks simple. It looks harmless. But behind that humble appearance is a level of demand that most people never expect from a penny. This is why rare coins continue to dominate collector conversations. They represent opportunity. They represent surprise. And sometimes, they represent life-changing money. In the U.S. numismatic market, coins like this are not just collected, they are hunted. The moment one is authenticated and confirmed, its status changes instantly. It becomes a centerpiece. A trophy. A symbol of success in the collecting world. And the Lincoln Wheat penny, already iconic, reaches an entirely new level when paired with proof-quality rarity. This is why knowledge matters. This is why paying attention matters. And this is why so many people are now looking at pennies differently than ever before. The 1953 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny stands as proof that America's most valuable treasures are sometimes the smallest ones. Now, after all the history, mystery, desire, and obsession, here is the number that has made this coin legendary. The value associated with this rare 1953 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny has reached between $75,000 and $118,000. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more rare U.S. coin stories, valuable penny discoveries, and hidden money secrets. Turn on notifications so you never miss an upload, and always remember to check your change because you never know what history might be sitting right in your hands. Top 4. Welcome back to the channel, and today you are about to discover one of the most fascinating and valuable hidden treasures in American coin collecting history. This is not just any old penny. This is a United States of America Lincoln Wheat penny that has stunned collectors, investors, and numismatic experts across the country. A coin that many people may have seen before, but very few truly understand. Today we are diving deep into the legendary 1944 mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny from a proof-set actual coin, a rare piece that has captured national attention for its beauty, mystery, and incredible worth in money. The Lincoln Wheat penny is one of the most iconic coins ever produced in the United States. First introduced in 1909, it honored President Abraham Lincoln and quickly became a symbol of American history, pride, and craftsmanship. Millions were minted, circulated, and spent on everyday items, which is exactly why most people assume wheat pennies are common. But here is where the story changes completely. Hidden among ordinary examples are ultra-rare varieties that can transform a single cent into a life-changing discovery. The year 1944 is already a special chapter in U.S. coin history. America was in the middle of World War II, and the nation was transitioning back to copper coinage after the famous steel cents of 1943. Most 1944 Lincoln Wheat Pennies were struck in large numbers, but the ones produced at the San Francisco Mint carry something extraordinary. The S-Mint mark alone makes collectors pause, but when combined with proof quality characteristics, the value and demand rise dramatically. Proof coins were never meant for everyday circulation. They were specially struck using polished dies, higher pressure, and premium planchets to create sharp details, mirrored surfaces, and a level of craftsmanship far beyond regular business strike coins. Proof sets were produced in extremely limited quantities, and very few proof Lincoln Wheat Pennies from this era exist today. When a 1944 S Lincoln Wheat Penny displays proof-like qualities, it immediately places the coin in a league of its own. Collectors search for specific visual markers when identifying an authentic proof example. These include razor-sharp lettering, strong wheat stalk details, squared rims, and reflective fields that almost look like glass. The contrast between the frosted design and the mirror-like background is one of the most breathtaking features of a true proof coin. When these traits appear on a 1944 S Wheat Penny, experts know they are looking at something exceptionally rare. What makes this coin even more desirable is its condition. Coin value is heavily influenced by preservation, and proof coins that survive decades without damage are incredibly scarce. Many were mishandled, improperly stored, or lost entirely. A well-preserved proof Lincoln Wheat Penny from the San Francisco Mint is the kind of discovery that collectors dream about for a lifetime. In the world of U.S. coin collecting, rarity plus demand equals value. The Lincoln Wheat Penny is already one of the most searched and collected coins in America. Add a rare mint mark, proof strike characteristics, and historical importance, and the result is a coin that commands serious attention in auctions and private sales. Wealthy collectors, museums, and high-end investors all compete for opportunities to acquire coins like this. Another factor driving interest is the growing popularity of numismatics across the United States. More people than ever are checking old coin jars, inherited collections, and estate finds. Stories of rare pennies selling for astonishing amounts continue to circulate online, fueling curiosity and excitement. The 1944 S Lincoln Wheat Penny from a proof-set actual coin has become one of the most talked-about examples in recent years. Authentication and grading are crucial when it comes to coins of this caliber. Professional grading services examine every detail under magnification to confirm authenticity, strike quality, and preservation. Once certified, a coin like this becomes a documented piece of American history with verified market value. This process separates ordinary pennies from elite collectibles that can redefine someone's financial future. It is important to understand that not every 1944 S Wheat Penny is valuable at this level. The proof designation and exceptional condition are what elevate this coin into the top tier. That is why collectors are encouraged to examine their coins carefully and seek professional opinions before dismissing any old penny as common. This coin represents more than money. It represents craftsmanship, history, wartime America, and the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln. It tells a story that connects generations, from the moment it was struck at the San Francisco Mint to the day it reappears in the modern collector market. Very few coins can claim such a powerful combination of beauty, rarity, and significance. If you are passionate about rare U.S. coins, Lincoln Wheat Pennies, or discovering hidden value in everyday objects, this is exactly the type of coin you should know about. The 1944 S Mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny from a proof-set actual coin stands as one of the most impressive and valuable pennies ever associated with American numismatics. And now, the moment everyone waits for, the value and worth of this extraordinary coin. In today's collector market, verified examples of this rare proof-quality penny have been associated with prices ranging from $75,000 to $150,000. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most valuable rare pennies, please like this video, share it with fellow coin collectors, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another incredible coin discovery. Top 5. Imagine holding a small copper coin in your hand, a coin most people would ignore, spend, or lose between couch cushions. But what if that tiny penny carried a secret so powerful it could change a collector's life forever? Today, we are diving deep into one of the most mysterious, most talked about, and most valuable coins in American numismatic history. This is the United States of America Lincoln Wheat Penny from 1941, with no mint mark, struck as a proof coin, and yes, an actual proof set coin that has stunned collectors across the nation. This is not just any Lincoln Wheat Penny. This is the kind of coin serious collectors dream about. The kind of coin auction houses quietly chase. The kind of coin that makes experienced numismatists stop, stare, and recheck their magnifying glass twice. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series is one of the most beloved and widely searched coin types in the United States. From beginners to elite collectors, everyone knows the iconic design. Abraham Lincoln's strong profile on the front, symbolizing unity and strength, and the classic wheat ears on the reverse, representing prosperity and America's agricultural roots. But among millions of wheat pennies ever produced, only a microscopic number stand above the rest. The year 1941 was a critical moment in American history. The nation was on the edge of global conflict, industry was transforming, and the U.S. Mint was producing coins not just for circulation, but for history itself. During this year, a very limited number of proof coins were specially struck in Philadelphia. These proof coins were never meant for everyday use. They were struck with extraordinary care, polished dies, mirror-like fields, and razor-sharp details, and here is where the magic begins. This Lincoln Wheat Penny has no mint mark, confirming it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But unlike regular circulation coins, this one was created as part of a proof set. Proof Lincoln cents from this era are extremely rare, and survival rates in high condition are even lower. Most were mishandled, improperly stored, or lost over decades. Only a handful remain today in truly exceptional condition. When you look at an authentic 1941 proof Lincoln Wheat Penny, the first thing that grabs you is the surface. Deep mirror fields. Crisp lettering. Sharp wheat lines on the reverse that look almost engraved. Lincoln's portrait appears frosted against a reflective background, a visual contrast that screams premium rarity. Collectors search endlessly for coins like this because proof wheat pennies from the early 1940s represent a perfect storm of rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. Add the fact that this coin has no mint mark and originates from an official proof set, and suddenly you are no longer talking about pocket change. You are talking about a museum-level collectible. In the United States coin market, rarity is everything. Condition is everything. Authenticity is everything. And this coin checks every box. Coin grading experts look for needle-sharp details, original surfaces, and untouched luster. One small flaw can change everything, but when a proof Lincoln Wheat Penny survives in elite condition, it enters an entirely different category of value. These coins are often tightly held by advanced collectors, passed quietly through private sales, or showcased in high-end auctions where competition is fierce. What makes this coin even more fascinating is how easily it can be overlooked by the untrained eye. To most people, it looks like a normal old penny. But to collectors who know exactly what to look for, it is a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. The difference between an ordinary wheat penny and a proof wheat penny can be life-changing. Search trends show massive interest in rare Lincoln cents, valuable wheat pennies, proof Lincoln pennies, and no mint mark coins. Collectors constantly ask if their old pennies are worth money. And the truth is, most are not. But coins like this one absolutely are. This is why education matters in coin collecting. Understanding minting methods, proof characteristics, historical context, and condition grading separates casual hobbyists from serious numismatists. The 1941 proof Lincoln Wheat Penny represents the upper tier of American coin collecting. The United States Mint never intended these proof coins to circulate. They were struck in limited quantities, preserved carefully, and sold to collectors at the time. Over decades, many were damaged or lost. The few that remain in pristine condition today have become legendary within the coin community. This coin is more than copper. It is history. It is craftsmanship. It is rarity. It is demand. And it is proof that sometimes, the smallest objects can hold extraordinary value. collectors across the United States and around the world continue searching through old collections, inherited coin albums, and estate finds, hoping to uncover a hidden treasure just like this. The excitement of discovery never fades, because coins like this prove that incredible value can still exist in unexpected places. That if you ever come across a Lincoln Wheat Penny from 1941, take a closer look. Check the surfaces. Look for mirror-like shine. Examine the details. Because the difference between ordinary and extraordinary can be just one coin, and when it comes to confirmed authentic examples of the 1941 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny from a proof set, their value has reached a breathtaking level, with prices ranging from $75,000 to $120,000. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more rare U.S. coin discoveries, valuable pennies, and hidden numismatic treasures. Turn on notifications so you never miss an update, and I'll see you in the next video. Top 6. The United States of America has produced many legendary coins, but only a very small number have crossed the line from simple pocket change into life-changing treasure. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most mysterious, rare, and valuable Lincoln Wheat Pennies ever talked about by serious collectors, investors, and numismatic experts across the country. This is the story of the Lincoln Wheat Penny from the year 1941 with the D mint mark. A coin that looks ordinary at first glance, yet hides extraordinary value, history, and collector demand that continues to grow every single year. Imagine holding a single penny that could outweigh stacks of cash, a coin that once passed unnoticed through hands during wartime America, now commanding attention from elite collectors and auction houses nationwide. The Lincoln Wheat Penny design is one of the most iconic designs in United States coin history. Created by Victor David Brenner, this coin was the first American coin to feature a real person. Abraham Lincoln's portrait symbolizes unity, strength, and resilience, especially during the early 1940s when America was preparing for global conflict. The year 1941 holds special importance. The United States economy was shifting, metal demand was rising, and mint operations were under pressure. Coins from this era tell a powerful story of American history, but some examples stand out far above the rest. The Denver Mint produced millions of Lincoln Wheat Pennies in 1941, but only a microscopic number survived in extraordinary condition. Even fewer show the razor-sharp strike, blazing original luster, and mirror-like surfaces that collectors crave. Now here is where things get truly exciting. Some 1941 D mint mark pennies display characteristics so sharp and refined that experts often compare them to proof coins. While official proof coins were not struck at the Denver Mint during that year, a handful of these pennies show exceptional craftsmanship, almost as if they were specially prepared or carefully preserved from the moment they left the press. These coins are often referred to as proof-like or specimen quality examples. They feature bold wheat lines, deep detail in Lincoln's hair, crisp lettering, and surfaces that reflect light in a way normal circulation coins simply do not. Collectors search relentlessly for these pieces. Auction houses compete for them. Registry set builders fight to own the finest known examples. When one appears, it sends shockwaves through the coin collecting community. Condition is everything. That a 1941 D Lincoln Wheat Penny in average condition is common and affordable. But when the same coin survives in near perfect state, untouched by circulation, free of wear, damage, or cleaning, its value explodes dramatically. Coins graded at the highest levels by professional grading services become instant celebrities. These are coins that may have sat untouched in original sets, old collections, or forgotten storage for decades. When discovered, they transform from copper into gold. The D mint mark itself adds another layer of desirability. Denver Mint coins from this period often show weaker strikes, making fully struck examples even rarer. When a strong strike meets flawless surfaces, collectors know they are looking at something special. This is why coin experts say you should never ignore old wheat pennies. Many people have unknowingly spent coins that could have changed their financial future. Others found them in inherited collections, estate sales, or even old jars sitting in basements. The Lincoln Wheat Penny market is one of the strongest and most emotional segments of U.S. coin collecting. Demand continues to rise as more collectors enter the hobby and high-end examples disappear into permanent collections. Every serious collector dreams of finding that one extraordinary penny, the coin that separates a casual hobbyist from a major player in numismatics. The 1941 D Mint Mark Lincoln Wheat Penny in exceptional proof-like condition represents exactly that dream. It combines historical importance, visual beauty, extreme rarity at the top grades, and intense collector competition that if you ever come across a penny from this year-end mint, do not clean it, do not polish it, and do not dismiss it. Professional evaluation can mean the difference between a common cent and a headline-making treasure. Coins like this are reminders that American history can still be hiding in plain sight, and now, the moment everyone waits for, when a genuine 1941 D Mint Mark Lincoln Wheat Penny appears in extraordinary proof-like condition, authenticated and graded at the highest levels. Its value has been recorded in the range of $75,000 to $130,000. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss another rare coin discovery, hidden treasure, or valuable US coin story. Your next penny could change your life. Top 7. In the United States of America, there are coins that are ordinary, and there are coins that are extraordinary. Among the extraordinary, few are as legendary, as mysterious, and as greed-inducing as the 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark, struck as an actual proof coin. If you think a penny is just a penny, think again. This tiny copper coin holds secrets worth tens of thousands of dollars, and it has collectors and investors around the country in absolute frenzy. The story begins in 1939, a pivotal year in American history. The country was recovering from the Great Depression, the world was on the brink of major change, and every coin minted carried with it the craftsmanship, care, and pride of the Philadelphia Mint. This was a time when proof coins were never meant to circulate. They were struck with exceptional precision, polished dies, and perfectly prepared planchets to create a coin that was flawless, reflective, and visually stunning. Unlike regular pennies, which were produced in massive quantities and destined to jingle in pockets and pay for small purchases, proof coins were collectibles, treasures intended to be admired and preserved. The 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny proof is particularly rare because it was produced without a mint mark, meaning it came directly from Philadelphia. That missing mint mark is not an error, it is a signature of origin, a silent declaration that this coin was made at the heart of American coin production. But origin is only part of the story. What truly sets this coin apart is its appearance. Hold it under the light, and you will see reflective, mirror-like surfaces that seem to glow. Lincoln's portrait stands out with sharpness that few coins can match. The wheat ears on the reverse are sculpted with extraordinary depth and detail, almost as if the engraver wanted to create a miniature work of art rather than just a coin. Every collector dreams of finding a coin like this because of its scarcity. Millions of ordinary pennies were produced in 1939, but proof pennies were far, far fewer. Over the decades, many proof coins were lost, mishandled, damaged, or cleaned improperly. Each year, the number of surviving, high-quality proof examples diminishes. And as scarcity grows, so does value. This is why collectors and investors become so competitive when one surfaces. A single 1939 proof Lincoln Wheat Penny can spark bidding wars that leave everyone in awe. Grading is also critical. The difference between a coin valued in the thousands and a coin valued in the hundreds of thousands comes down to condition. Perfect surfaces, deeply mirrored fields, strong contrast, and razor-sharp details are what collectors pay for. Any minor scratch, hazing, or imperfection can dramatically reduce the coin's worth. This is why certified, authenticated examples are so coveted. They offer certainty in a world where mistakes can be extraordinarily costly, but the appeal of this coin goes beyond money. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series itself is iconic. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Abraham Lincoln's image on the penny has stood the test of time, becoming a symbol of unity, perseverance, and history. Owning a proof penny from this era is more than an investment, it is a connection to American heritage. It is a tangible piece of history that has survived decades, wars, and economic shifts. The psychology behind collecting this coin is fascinating. Every collector wants what others cannot have. Every investor dreams of holding a piece of history that appreciates over time. And with the 1939 no-mint mark-proof Lincoln Wheat Penny, the stakes are real. Missed opportunities mean losing out on enormous sums. One moment, it could be sitting unnoticed in a drawer, the next, it could be auctioned for a fortune. Many Americans have old coin collections in their homes without realizing their true value. Some have inherited jars of coins, some have old albums tucked away, and some have stumbled across rare finds at flea markets or estate sales. The 1939 proof Lincoln Wheat Penny has been discovered in exactly these ways, turning ordinary families into millionaires, or at least into people with access to incredible wealth. Collectors also obsess over authenticity. Counterfeits, altered coins, and fakes exist, and experts know how to spot them. True proof coins show sharp rims, deeply struck details, and mirrored fields that cannot be faked without sophisticated techniques. The 1939 no-mint mark-proof Lincoln Wheat Penny passes all these tests, making it one of the most trustworthy and desirable coins in the hobby. This coin is also a reminder that wealth can be hidden in the smallest things. Something that once represented 1 cent can now represent more than most people earn in a year, more than most investors ever imagine. The greed it inspires is real. The competition for ownership is fierce. And the story of its scarcity, beauty, and history only amplifies desire. Collectors, investors, and coin historians all agree, the 1939 no-mint mark-proof Lincoln Wheat Penny is among the most valuable coins ever struck by the United States Mint. It is a trophy coin. A centerpiece for collections. And for those who are lucky enough to own one, a symbol of ultimate success in the world of numismatics. That if you ever come across a 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny, examine it carefully. Look for the mirror-like fields, the sharp strike, and the flawless surfaces. What appears to be a simple penny could very well be worth more than your car, your home, or your life savings combined. The potential of this coin is extraordinary, and it is why collectors remain so obsessed with finding it. And now, the moment everyone has been waiting for. When authenticated, verified, and graded in high condition, the 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark has been known to command prices ranging from $75,000 to $133,000. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, extreme penny values, and unbelievable United States numismatic treasures. Turn on notifications so you never miss another video, and leave a comment below to tell us what rare coin you would like us to explore next. Top 8. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating treasures in the world of coin collecting, the rare and highly sought-after 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny from the proof set. If you're a collector, an investor, or just someone fascinated by American coins, you're in for a treat because this coin is not just rare, it's a real treasure, and the numbers we're going to talk about today are jaw-dropping. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln Wheat Penny, also called the Wheat Cent, is one of the most iconic coins in United States history. First minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the Wheat Penny features a young Lincoln on the obverse and 2 stylized wheat ears on the reverse. This design lasted until 1958, making it a classic piece of U.S. numismatic history. Collectors love these pennies because they are small, affordable, and packed with history, but some years and mint marks are exceptionally rare. And that's where the 1939 S comes in. Now, the S mint mark on this penny tells us it was struck at the San Francisco Mint. The San Francisco Mint has always been famous for producing high-quality coins, especially proof coins. Proof coins are different from regular circulation coins. They were specially made for collectors, carefully struck multiple times to bring out sharp details and a mirror-like finish. They were never meant to circulate, which means only a small number were made, and even fewer survive in perfect condition today. The 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny in a proof set is extremely rare. Only a limited number of these proof pennies were minted in 1939. Unlike regular pennies, which were produced in the millions, proof coins were produced in the thousands, and many of those were lost, damaged, or melted down over the years. This makes finding a 1939 proof penny in top condition almost like discovering a buried treasure. Collectors are drawn to this coin not just for its rarity but also for its beauty. The proof finish is remarkable, almost like a tiny mirror. Every detail is crisp, from the sharp wheat ears on the reverse to the bold date and Liberty inscription on the obverse. Holding one of these coins is like holding a piece of history. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of American culture, a reminder of the craftsmanship of the San Francisco Mint, and a connection to the era of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most beloved presidents in U.S. history. But let's talk about the part everyone wants to know, the value. A 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny from a proof set can fetch astonishing amounts on the collector's market. Depending on its condition and grading, this coin can sell for anywhere from $75,000 to $153,000. That's right, $75,000 to $153,000 for a single penny. Imagine that. A coin that fits in the palm of your hand, worth more than most cars. So, why does the value range so dramatically? It all comes down to grading and condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. Even tiny scratches, discoloration, or imperfections can drastically reduce the value. A coin that's been perfectly preserved in its original proof set can reach the top of the market, while one with minor flaws may sit at the lower end. This is why professional grading by companies like PCGS or NGC is so important for collectors and investors. It verifies the coin's authenticity and condition. The 1939 proof penny is also a fascinating investment. Because proof coins were not made for circulation, they have held their value incredibly well. Over the decades, as coins are lost or damaged, the remaining population of perfect coins becomes even rarer. This rarity, combined with historical significance, means the 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny could increase in value in the future, making it a smart addition to any serious collection or investment portfolio. Another reason collectors covet this coin is its historical and emotional value. Imagine owning a coin that has survived over 80 years, a coin that was struck during the tail end of the Great Depression, and that represents one of the most famous presidents in U.S. history. When you hold this coin, you're holding a piece of history, a tangible connection to the past, something that's not just currency, but an artifact. For collectors, that emotional connection is priceless, and let's be honest, coins like this also carry a certain prestige. Owning a rare 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny from a proof set isn't just about the money, it's about being part of a community of passionate collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts. It's proof of dedication, knowledge, and a true love for numismatics that if you're considering getting into coin collecting or investing, the 1939 proof penny is one of those coins you should definitely know about. Its combination of rarity, historical importance, and incredible market value makes it a top choice for collectors and investors alike. And because proof coins are so carefully preserved, the potential for future appreciation is real. Collectors have been known to pay top dollar to add one of these coins to their collection, making it a high-demand item in the rare coin market. So, let's recap. The 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny from the proof set is extremely rare, with very limited mintage at the San Francisco Mint beautifully detailed, with mirror-like proof finish and sharp wheat ears historically significant, connecting collectors to Abraham Lincoln and U.S. history highly valuable, ranging in price from $75,000 to $153,000 depending on condition. This coin is more than just a penny, it's a treasure, historical artifact, and a serious investment opportunity. For collectors and investors, it represents the perfect combination of rarity, beauty, and value. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the rare 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more videos about rare coins, collectibles, and valuable investments. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Remember, collecting coins isn't just about money, it's about owning a piece of history, preserving it for future generations, and maybe, just maybe, finding that one coin that changes everything. Top 9. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to uncover one of the most jaw-dropping, rare, and insanely valuable coins in the history of the United States, the 1935 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark from a proof set. If you think pennies are just spare change, think again. This tiny coin could be worth more than most people make in a year, and you're about to find out why. Now, the Lincoln Wheat Penny is already an iconic piece of American history. First released in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, this penny has been a favorite for collectors for over a century. But among thousands of pennies minted every year, the 1935 no-mint mark from a proof set is in a league of its own. It's the kind of coin that makes serious collectors stop in their tracks and say, "I need that in my collection." Here's why this coin is so special. Most pennies made in 1935 were stamped with mint marks showing where they were produced: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But this coin? It has no mint mark at all. That tiny absence makes it incredibly rare. And if you combine that rarity with the fact that it comes from a proof set, you've got a coin that isn't just collectible, it's an absolute treasure. Proof coins are a whole different world. Unlike regular circulation coins, proof coins were struck with extra care. Every detail, from Lincoln's face to the wheat stalks on the reverse, is razor-sharp. The surfaces are nearly mirror-like, polished to perfection, and designed to be flawless. These weren't coins meant to be spent, they were meant to be admired, preserved, and handed down as collectible masterpieces. And here's where it gets really exciting for collectors: the 1935 no-mint mark proof penny is insanely scarce. We're talking about a coin that, over almost a century, has survived in exceptional condition in tiny numbers. Many were lost, damaged, or melted down over the years. Very few exist today that are still sharp, shiny, and perfect. That scarcity makes it a highly sought-after gem, and serious collectors are willing to pay top dollar for it. But what really drives the greed factor for coins like this is condition and provenance. A proof penny in mint condition, with no scratches, blemishes, or wear, is not just rare, it's a collector's dream. Some of these coins even have subtle die variations or tiny errors that can make them even more valuable. Imagine holding a piece of American history in your hand, a coin so rare that most collectors will never see one in person. That's what makes this 1935 penny a true treasure. Collectors across the United States spend years searching for coins like this. They check auctions, estate sales, coin shows, and private collections. Every once in a while, one of these rare pennies pops up, and suddenly there's intense competition to own it. Serious bidders know that a coin like this isn't just a collectible, it's an investment that can skyrocket in value over time, and that's what makes this coin so exciting. It's rare, it's historic, and it's financially tantalizing. People collect coins for many reasons: love of history, artistry, nostalgia, but a coin like this also carries the potential for a life-changing price tag. Imagine stumbling across a coin that was only worth a few cents in 1935 but today is a treasure that can command tens of thousands of dollars. Now, if you're a coin collector or someone thinking about investing in rare coins, you need to know about the most valuable Lincoln Wheat Pennies. Among them, the 1935 no-mint mark proof penny stands at the very top. Its rarity, its perfect condition, and its status as a proof coin make it one of the most coveted coins in the United States. And while many pennies from the 1930s are easy to find for just a few dollars, this coin is in a completely different league. Collectors and investors often describe this penny as a once-in-a-lifetime find. The thrill of holding a coin like this in your hand is almost impossible to put into words. And it's not just the physical coin that's exciting, it's the story behind it. From its meticulous creation in 1935 to surviving almost a century with incredible detail and beauty intact, this penny has a history all its own. Now, here comes the moment you've been waiting for. How much is this ultra-rare 1935 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark from a proof set actually worth? Are you ready for this? Brace yourself. In words, this incredible coin can fetch anywhere from $75,000 to $135,000 depending on its condition and provenance. Yes, that's right, a single penny, minted almost 100 years ago, could be worth more than most people earn in their lifetime. So if you ever come across a 1935 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark, especially one in proof condition, don't overlook it. This is the kind of coin that could completely transform a collection and attract serious attention from collectors and investors across the country. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of American history, a rare gem, and a potential financial treasure all rolled into one. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into one of the most valuable and rare coins in America. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible penny and want more videos about rare coins, coin collecting tips, and insane collectible values, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video about the rarest and most valuable coins in the United States. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep collecting, stay curious, and remember, sometimes the tiniest coins hold the biggest treasures. Top 10. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, and trust me, you do not want to blink during this one because what we're about to uncover is pure treasure from the United States of America. I'm talking about one of the most coveted, sought after, and unbelievably rare coins ever minted, the 1936 Lincoln Wheat Penny, no mint mark, straight from an actual proof set. This coin is not just a piece of metal, it's a piece of history, and its value might just blow your mind. Now, let's set the scene. The Lincoln Wheat Penny, first introduced in 1909, has always been a symbol of American numismatics. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it's a coin that has graced the pockets and collections of millions for over a century. But among all the pennies ever made, there is one that collectors dream about, a coin so rare that even seasoned collectors break into a cold sweat when it shows up in a collection. And yes, today, we're talking about the 1936 Lincoln Wheat Penny, with no mint mark, from an authentic proof set. Why is this coin so special? First, proof sets themselves are not just ordinary coins. They were specially struck for collectors, with extra care, sharper details, and a brilliant, mirror-like finish that you won't find on your everyday circulated penny. And the 1936 proof penny? It's the unicorn of its era. Unlike regular circulation pennies, proof pennies from this year were extremely limited. The 1936 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark is among the rarest because only a tiny fraction of these coins survived in pristine proof condition. Most pennies from that year were thrown into circulation, lost, or damaged. But the few that were preserved? Absolute treasures. Collectors are not just buying a coin when they get their hands on this piece, they're buying history. They're holding a 1936 penny that represents the heart of the American economy during the Great Depression. They're holding a piece that has survived over 80 years, untouched, in the condition that only a true numismatist could appreciate. And the details? Unbelievable. The sharpness of Lincoln's profile, the intricate details of the wheat ears on the reverse, the brilliance of the metal, it's the kind of coin that makes you stare in awe. But here's the thing that really makes this coin irresistible: rarity. This is not just a rare coin, it's one of the most valuable and highly sought-after Lincoln Wheat Pennies in the United States. Even within proof sets, the 1936 penny without a mint mark commands attention. When it comes to auctions and private sales, collectors are willing to pay insane amounts for this coin, and trust me, that's exactly why it's on the radar of every serious coin collector. And yes, if you're thinking, how rare can it really be? Let's put it this way, this coin is so rare that it barely appears on the market. You might search for years and only see one or two specimens up for sale. That scarcity is what drives the price sky high. Imagine holding a coin in your hands that could easily be one of the few remaining proof pennies in existence from 1936 without a mint mark. The exclusivity is staggering. Now, let's talk condition, because in coin collecting, condition is everything. This penny, from a proof set, is often found in near-perfect, flawless condition. Sharp details, full luster, no scratches, basically the kind of coin that makes numismatists' hearts race. Even minor flaws can dramatically affect a coin's value, but this penny, if preserved as a true proof, is basically a dream come true for any collector. Collectors from all over the US are constantly on the lookout for this exact penny. Online auction sites, coin shows, private collectors, you name it. And when one finally appears, it's often the center of frenzied bidding wars. People are willing to pay whatever it takes to secure this coin because they know the rarity, the condition, and the historical significance all combine into one irresistible package. You might be wondering, what does a coin like this even cost? Well, after decades of being chased by collectors, preserved in proof sets, and surviving in near-perfect condition. The value of a 1936 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark from a proof set can be absolutely astonishing. This is not pocket change, not even close. This is a coin that serious collectors dream about, save for, and sometimes even sell their other treasures to acquire. And the number you've been waiting for, the actual worth of this incredible piece, is $75,000 to $130,000. Yes, you heard that right. $75,000 to $130,000. One tiny, brilliant Lincoln Wheat Penny, preserved from nearly a century ago, could be worth enough to change a collector's life. So if you ever come across a 1936 Lincoln Wheat Penny from a proof set without a mint mark, don't hesitate. You're holding a piece of history, a rare collector's dream, and a coin with a value that is off the charts. The rarity, the condition, the story, it all adds up to one of the most valuable pennies in the United States. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the rarest and most valuable Lincoln Wheat Pennies in the world, please like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories, rare collectibles, and fascinating treasures from history. You won't want to miss what we uncover next. I'm talking about one of the most coveted, sought after, and unbelievably rare coins ever minted, the 1936 Lincoln Wheat Penny, no mint mark, straight from an actual proof set. This coin is not just a piece of metal, it's a piece of history, and its value might just blow your mind. Now, let's set the scene. The Lincoln Wheat Penny, first introduced in 1909, has always been a symbol of American numismatics. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it's a coin that has graced the pockets and collections of millions for over a century. But among all the pennies ever made, there is one that collectors dream about, a coin so rare that even seasoned collectors break into a cold sweat when it shows up in a collection. And yes, today, we're talking about the 1936 Lincoln Wheat Penny, with no mint mark, from an authentic proof set. Why is this coin so special? First, proof sets themselves are not just ordinary coins. They were specially struck for collectors, with extra care, sharper details, and a brilliant, mirror-like finish that you